also want to remind you that there is always an energetic and soulful component, and that means start embodying the version of you that is a business owner. Start embodying the version of you that can support them and that believes you can. Welcome back to me trying to be a YouTuber for you and answer your questions in Ask A. This has been loads of fun, and today I have 3 really good questions that are just jam-packed with value. So here we go. Question number 1. Messaging and replying. I find it overwhelming and I can't keep up. Any tips? I love this question, and so many people can relate, and I'm sure you can too. My number 1 thing for this would be batching. I really believe good business owners know how to prioritize their time, know how to stay laser focused, and know how to batch really well, so they're doing the same task at the same time, not stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So for example, when I'm creating content, it's all at the same time. When I'm filming reels, it's all at the same time. When I'm replying, it's all at the same time. So at the moment, what I've been doing is in the morning, when I start my work for the day, I reply to all my DMs then and all my messages, and then they're done for the day. And then I pick another pocket later in the day, say late afternoon, and I will do it all again if I have the chance, or I will at least do a handful. I want to remind you that things like replying, especially in this case, I believe she was referring to DMs, is part of your business. It's actually a really important part of your business. It's important because you have your potential clients hiding in your DMs, so you want to make sure you're spending time building rapport. Once you start to see this part of your business as your business, like it literally is your business, it's one of the most important steps, you will start to prioritize it accordingly. I hope you find that super useful. Question 2. Okay. Structure of your business. I would love to know what it is. This question is super interesting and I think really valuable. I think there's a lot of structures in business, and if you're just starting out, I would focus on one product. So one problem, one solution, one person, one product. And the reason for that is you can get laser focused. Thereafter, you can start to introduce what I call your sub-products, which will create your solid triangle of your business, and you'll have 3 offers in your business: your small, medium, and large. So in my case, to answer this question, the structure of my business is at the top of my triangle, I have my most valuable and my most powerful, impactful, my main focus in my business. And this is my group program called Solid Live. In this program, it's all about community, accountability, support, coaching, and it's this really beautiful container full of knowledge, results, impact, all of that. Now, I focus on this the most because it's my medium-sized offer, and I believe it's one of my most valuable offers. However, some people desire more support. That would be private coaching, which I only take on about 3 people at a time. And then some people would prefer things like courses and other work like that. So I have my pre-recorded evergreen course. Now, you can see here the structure of my business allows me to tap into different people and a small, medium, and a large offer. So this is how I structure my business, and you can do the same. Okay, question number 3 was a big one. I'm going to read you out the whole question and then I will break it down, tell a bit of a story, and we'll go from there. So, I'm just starting out in my business. I don't have any clients yet. How long did it take you? Did it happen quickly? Tips to gain your very first client, what are my must-dos? And were you working at the same time? Interesting. Okay. So this is so layered, and I want to start it by telling you a little story time with me. So firstly, I started this business about 3 years ago now, but that was very low-key. I wasn't really doing what I'm doing now. I was doing other stuff, but it was the same flow on from the business I'm running now. So at that time, I was working in the fashion industry, super different from this, and I had closed that because I knew I was aligned to a service-based business, and I was feeling really drawn to supporting people in this really aligned way. So I closed that down and I promised myself I'd take a few months to really go within, reflect and find out, more about me. And I've shared a little bit of this in my psychic kind of story in a previous video. So about 3 years ago when I started this business, I was working another job and it was with my brother in a business I part owned. So it was kind of for someone else, but kind of not really. But what this allowed me to do is really create my business from a place of abundance and a steady kind of grounded footing. So in answer to this question, if you feel like you need a part-time job or other income while you're creating your business, this is no drama, but I'd really make sure to try and keep it to the minimum. So this might look like 2 or 3 days only, and then you really structure your time really well so your business gets your time, attention. And I really made sure my business got a lot of time, and I was working on it for about 15-20 hours a week, and I scaled my whole business just in those hours. So it's definitely possible. After this, I worked for a company in Bali, doing kind of more freelance work. So this also gave me some steady kind of income working on retreats and their coaching business, and I also learned a lot. This time was invaluable to where I am now. I also always kind of had an understanding of how to grow and scale businesses because I'd run them before. So it took me about 3 months to start making income in my business, mostly because I spent those first few months really focusing on free sessions and delivering a lot of free value to my audience, to my clients, to people who needed my services, and I got to understand both their needs really well and what I was like in this service as well. Okay, so that's a little bit on like my story and how I got here, but you can apply this your own way as well. I would say the biggest keys here are structure and consistency and being really devoted. I think people grossly underestimate the work it takes to be a business owner. It takes work and it takes a really big piece and chunk of you. But if I were to give you like my main tips to getting those first clients, it would be one of these 3 things. Focus on reaching out to people you know right now who you could give your services to for free, or that might know people who need what you do, or you can charge at a really like a low amount for, so you can just start practicing, get some testimonials and get some runs on the board. The other thing I would focus on is really high value content. Try not make it perfect or think you need to know everything to start making content. Just start sharing what you think would be useful for that version of you 2 years ago who needs what you have to share. The third thing I would do is really focus on building relationships, and this is at high volume. So I would focus on DMing people, having conversations, really getting to know their needs and who they are and what they need from you. And then you can also suggest to them either free sessions to practice or jump on a call with you to get to know you and see if you can offer them a paid service, maybe at a lower ticket price, while you get to that point where you can charge the premium price for your amazing offer. So I hope this breakdown feels really super useful if you are just starting out. So pretty much I want you to think about structuring your time and setting aside that quality time for your business. Be non-negotiable, be intentional, be devoted. You're a business owner now, so it requires a lot of you. And last but not least, call in those people with those practical steps. So building relationships, reaching out to people you already know and putting out valuable content. I also want to remind you that there is always an energetic and soulful component, and that means start embodying the version of you that is a business owner. Start embodying the version of you that can support them and that believes you can. Start embodying your worth and your knowledge and all of that, and really start visualizing that they're here, they've arrived, your dreamboat client is here. So I hope this feels super useful if you're just starting out as a coach, maybe a healer in the space, or in any industry really, and these are things you can go away and apply right now. And remember, business takes work and devotion and a lot of soulful aligned action. If you would like me to elaborate on anything in this segment of Ask A, drop it below. Remember to like, subscribe, it means the world. I'm so excited to have you here and bring you more of these epic videos. Yay! I hope you enjoyed that video. If you would love to see more, click the link below and check out my free masterclass on how to go from 0 to 5K per month in your online coaching business using my unique method of combining both spirituality with business strategies. See you in there.